You know, I think some people might misread my personality and think because I'm online, because I'm confident saying things, nothing bothers me and I can handle all this like insane slander. The truth is, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and I run the blog called Mrs. Midwest, and I'm excited to tell you guys I am officially a mom of two beautiful boys. I had my baby the day after Christmas. We named him Troy and he is amazing. I am currently in his nursery, which I will definitely be doing a reveal in the next vlog I do, so stay tuned for that. But I thought I would make this video a little bit of a tea time catch up with Mrs. Midwest because it has been a while and I am officially not pregnant for what feels like the first time in 2 years. I have just been pregnant, dealing with so much medical stuff, and it was nice, honestly, for a while to be offline. I feel kind of ever since Bodhi's pregnancy, I've been so tuned out from the online world, and after my pregnancy with Troy, I realized that it's just because that's kind of what I do when I'm pregnant. I get so tired. It has honestly been easier taking care of 2 babies than it was taking care of just one and being in my 3rd trimester pregnant. I think that's like my biggest symptom, but I just get so exhausted. I need like 8-9 hours of sleep at night. I need naps during the day. It is crazy. So I just feel like a ball of energy again now that I'm not pregnant. Honestly, just to drop the actual tea on what's been going on in my life, the pregnancies were a really good opportunity for me to step back from my time online. You know, I had been going so hard. We got over 100,000 subscribers in like 6 months when I first started online, and I kind of just went from this blogger that had 3 people reading my blog, I had less than 400 Instagram followers, to suddenly within 6 months feeling like I had this massive online community, you know, the feminine family, all of you, and I definitely rode that high. But then being pregnant and being the only person, you know, running this with support from my husband, but honestly the only person, no assistance, all of that, it was just a lot. And so I feel like I've used these 2 pregnancies and this past 1.5 years, 2-ish years, to just focus on my family and get back to my roots of homemaking and being a wife and growing social relationships in the real world. Guys, when I started, this is another like piece of real tea. Like, when I started my online blog, I had just moved to my small town and I had one friend. I had one local friend. And it took some time, and I had made some kind of acquaintances and friends through church and friends through my husband's work, you know, their wives and stuff, but nothing really substantial. And so then I turned to being online. You know, as I always tell you guys, if you can't find homemaking, traditional, conservative friends in real life, you can find them online. So that's what I did. And then YouTube took off. And what I realized when I was pregnant with Bodhi, my first son, is I didn't really have a lot of connections in the real world. So the tea, the little bit of truth, is that I took a lot of my time that I've been away from YouTube over the last 1.5 years to establish real friends in real life. We started going to a new church. I mentioned that in a few blogs or vlogs, and I'm excited to tell you guys I have a lot of real life friends now, and I really needed that. I love all the support from all of you. I have so many friends online that are scattered across the world, but I really needed in-person friends. And so I have been busy. Even though I haven't been busy online. I've been busy in my real life, and I feel so much more fulfilled. Now that, you know, I'm not pregnant, I feel excited to jump back online and be balanced. And I am sorry that it's been so long, you know, but I really felt like I had nothing to say for a bit. And I also did feel really stressed. Another, you know, piece of tea that I'm just gonna unleash right here in the beginning of the video is that, you know, when you are a traditional homemaking Christian wife online, you attract people who hate everything that you stand for, and they want to disparage you. They want to talk badly about you. They want to make up insane conspiracy theories about you and associate you with political movements from the 1930s and 40s that it's just really disturbing and hurtful, and the slander was getting to be too stressful, especially when I was pregnant. So that's another reason why I took a step back. I just needed a break from it all, and now I'm a mom. I have my real life in-person friends, and I'm feeling a lot more inspired and strong and able to handle that side of things too. So all of that being said, welcome back. Hello. You might sense that I'm kind of babbling at you a little bit, but that was kind of my goal with this video. I just really want to casually talk to you. I usually have a script of bullet points of things I'm going to say to you. Even in my vlogs, I have them really planned out. This video is not planned out like that. So yeah, mom of two, things are going really well. I never shared my birth story with Bodhi because I felt like, again, I was back in that place mentally where I just wanted to keep a lot of things private. I wasn't willing to open up, but I have been personally inspired by so many women who have shared a wide variety of birth stories online. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to share both of my birth stories. Maybe I could make one big video or two smaller ones. But with Troy, I had a completely different experience. It was so positive, so exciting and wonderful. And I actually did have a planned C-section. I had a planned cesarean with Troy for a wide, long list of medical reasons. And it was amazing. It was just the best experience. And I've actually never shared that online. I did not share that on Instagram, but I feel comfortable sharing that with you guys, my feminine sisters. And yeah, it was just the best experience. This postpartum time, I actually healed faster from the C-section than I did from my birth with Bodhi. I was walking sooner. Mentally, I was better. I did not get the baby blues this time. And also in one of my vlogs over the summer, talking about motherhood and pregnancy, I had said, I didn't experience postpartum depression or anxiety. I'm so grateful, blah, blah, blah. But now going through this postpartum time with Troy, and looking back on my behavior that I exhibited postpartum with Bodhi, I think I did have some postpartum anxiety. I was really fixated on his sleep, and I was fixated on his routine, and I was constantly worrying about him. Whereas with Troy, maybe it's just because I've already been through this before, but it's been so easy and so wonderful, and I feel really confident. Like when he's crying in the middle of the night and it's getting kind of stressful because I can't figure out how to soothe him, it doesn't bother me the same way it did with Bodhi, probably because I just feel so much more confident. So things are going really, really well, and I just feel really right. Like things just feel settled, because I don't know if you guys remember this, but I had a high-risk pregnancy with Troy because I had a subchorionic hematoma, which is something that can cause placental abruption and miscarriage or even stillbirth. And so especially in the last couple of weeks of pregnancy with Troy, I was getting more and more anxious about the possibility of potential placental abruption. Even though the hematoma had healed by then, I just felt pretty nervous, and I just wanted him to be earthside. I wanted him to be born. Having him here with us, no longer in the belly, just safe out in the world, I cannot tell you how much of a relief it is. I was praying a lot for my pregnancy with Troy, but I, as a Christian, don't believe that just because we pray and invite God into a situation that guarantees a positive outcome for us. I think God does allow us to go through hard things. I think he does allow hard things to happen to us. And so I just wasn't sure, what his will was, but I was constantly praying for the endurance and peace to get through my circumstances, no matter what his will was, even if that did include something horrible like placental abruption or something bad happening to Troy. And so the fact that we got to the end of pregnancy, I was able to give birth and he is here and everything went smoothly, it is just such a relief. And I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed that that was God's plan for us, to have him with us. And he is a cutie. He was a little bit bigger than Bodhi at birth, but they were actually born at the exact same time, 38 weeks, 2 days. So crazy how that kind of works out. So anyways, I would love to share more about that with you guys, but of course I only want to share it if you are interested. So let me know below if you are. But a couple other things I wanted to chat about today is, my channel and some videos that I want to make. So one of the videos I want to make is giving you guys advice about certain life situations you might be going through. So if you want my advice on a specific situation, maybe you're having a relationship problem or you're trying to make a decision about your future or you have something going on, whatever it is, feel free to send me an email. I will link this in the description below, and feel free to change your name if you want to remain anonymous or whatever, but I would love to read your situation in a video and then give my advice, kind of like a Dear Mrs. Midwest segment on my channel. I would love to make a video like that. And then I also was thinking of making some sort of femininity beauty style series about femininity and beauty, but like really digging down, because I've done femininity and like beauty or femininity and style, but I was thinking of really digging down deep into, femininity and skincare, or femininity and the lips or the smile, and really just talking about all the different things, tips, tricks, and advice, things we can be doing to enhance our femininity and our beauty with specific things. Even we could dig as deep as just earrings for a whole video. So let me know what you think of that below too. I would love to do a series, maybe a little bit shorter videos for that, but let me know your thoughts. And then just in general, leave your ideas below of videos you want to see this year, 2022. Please remember, I am not the same woman I was when I started my channel. I am still interested in femininity, and I'd love to talk about all of that. But I've also been married 2 more years than I was when I started my channel. So maybe we talk about marriage a little bit. I'm a mom now. What do you want to know about motherhood and anything related to that? I've also been online now for a few years. Are you interested in me chatting, even just in a vlog, about, what it's really like to be a blogger or a YouTuber influencer? Let me know. Leave all of your ideas below. In the past, I have taken those ideas to make videos, and I am ready. I am ready to hear what the people, the feminine family, what you guys want to hear. So let me know. But yes, okay, so back to my personal life a little bit. Bodhi turned 1 year old, and he is walking. He started walking the day after he turned 1, and he is now walking more than crawling. And I have to say, it was hard for me at first when I came home from the hospital. And when you have a newborn, it makes your older baby just look massive, like a full-grown toddler, because when I went to the hospital, it felt like Bodhi was a baby, and then when I came back, I was like, he's a toddler, he is huge. And so that was kind of hard for me emotionally. Just, you want your kids to grow up, but then you're sad they're growing up, because it's like you'll never get that time back that you've already lived. It's this really weird emotional experience. And so I did have a bit of a hard time when I first came home from the hospital, feeling sad that Bodhi was growing so big and I couldn't lift or carry him for a while. And that was the thing I was like honestly the most scared about. I wasn't really scared about surgery. I've had surgery before, but I was not looking forward to not being able to carry him around, but thankfully we are past that point. I am carrying him. I am healthy and strong. We spend a lot of time with me carrying him and walking around. So the nice thing about having 2 babies in 1 year, which I still can't believe that happened. I actually had them in 1 calendar year, 1 in January, 1 in December. It's not something that I would ever plan to do ever again. It's not something I would necessarily recommend, but one of the best things about it is that when you bring home baby, your oldest is not quite old enough to really understand what's going on or to even really notice or be jealous. I think in a few months, if we brought home a newborn, Bodhi might start to have those feelings, but honestly, he just kind of ignored Troy for the most part. And now I've even noticed that he'll interact with him in a sweet way. He'll try to give him bottles or a Soothie, and he doesn't have fine motor control. So when he wants to touch Troy, it's kind of like he just lunges for him, and we have to prevent Troy from getting hurt. But he's very interested in him, and he doesn't seem to be resentful of him, which I think is just everything I could have ever dreamed of, because I honestly did fuss and fret so much in the months leading up to his birth. I was really worried about how Bodhi would handle things, and I didn't want him to feel shafted. And because Troy too, it was a surprise pregnancy, I just didn't want Troy to feel like I didn't, he's a newborn, so his feelings are limited. But this is the scenarios I came up with in my mind as a mom. I didn't want him to feel neglected. I didn't want Bodhi to feel neglected, and I was really worried about how it would all go down. But it has been delightful. So to any moms out there who are pregnant with number 2, do not be afraid. It'll all work out. Your heart will grow. Your child will interact with your second child. And it is just a feeling I cannot even begin to describe. It's beautiful. So yeah, so Bodhi's doing well. Grant, my husband, he's still off for a little bit. So I'm getting so much support at home. Actually, also because I knew I was going to have a C-section, we had my cousin who came to live with us over the summer to help me with the hematoma when I had to be on modified bed rest. She came for Christmas and then ended up staying and living with us for about a month because I ended up having Troy early. So we got a couple extra weeks with her, and it was such a huge help. It really did help with the transition with Bodhi as well. And I feel so, so, so blessed because I couldn't have my mom or anybody like that come stay with us. It was amazing having my cousin live with us, and she's honestly like my sister. It feels, we look kind of similar and we are like sisters. And so that was just such a blessing. And honestly, a really special time too. This postpartum has been just worlds different than it was with Bodhi. So just to update you guys, I had my baby. He's adorable. Bodhi's doing great. And I'm really excited about where this channel is going to go this year. I picked up all of my mail. We got some adorable gifts for the baby and cards and letters from all of you, and it was just so nice to hear from you guys and to know that even though I've taken so much time for my family and for myself and for my own personal growth over the past year and a half, it's amazing knowing that you guys are still out there. You're still praying for us. You're still rooting for me. Part of me wondered if after I became a mother, if I would just want to leave it all behind, if I would just feel done with everything. And the good news is that I don't. I feel like I popped out the baby, my mind became clear, and then suddenly I started getting more ideas for videos and blog topics, which is something that I have not experienced since the fall of 2020. So things are gonna be rolling and I'm really excited. But I do have to warn you, I am going to be including some mommy content here and there because even feminine women, we're all growing up. A lot of us are becoming mothers. You might be curious about my product recommendations or about our routines. So if you have any mom related stuff, questions, videos you want to see, leave those in the comments below as well. In general, thank you for your support. Thank you for being with me through all of these life changes and for that ginormous hiatus I felt like I needed to take. Being online is not easy. Being an influencer is not easy in general. I follow some of the sweetest, most innocent influencers who never talk about anything controversial, and even they have the most insane trolls come after them. And after I noticed that over this past year, I realized that literally everybody gets harassed online, even just normal civilians who aren't influencers. That kind of put things into perspective for me, and I realized I'm not the only one where people make videos about me literally lying about everything. I'm not the only one that has really cruel forums about me. I'm not the only one who gets mean DMs. I'm certainly not special in that regard. We are all facing that online. So I feel confident, I feel encouraged, and also I don't want those negative people to prevent me from being here and connecting with you guys, being your big sister, blessing you with content. I'm just not going to let that stuff hold me back anymore. I mean, it wasn't the only reason I took a break online. Like I said, I needed to work on my in-person friendships because I needed in-person support during these last couple years being pregnant. Being pregnant was really hard on my body. It was hard just because I was so exhausted all the time. So I took a step back for a variety of reasons, but I have to admit to you, because this was the tea time talk, This is me spilling the truth. That has been part of it. It is not easy. And if you're sensitive, like if you're a sensitive little soul, you know, I think some people might misread my personality and think because I'm online, because I'm confident saying things, nothing bothers me and I can handle all this like insane slander. But the truth is, I'm a sensitive soul. Like, it's not easy reading really mean comments online. It's not easy getting those emails from people who literally hate everything about you. It's not easy. And it did get to me for a bit, and I just needed a break from it all. But I feel like I can handle it. I can come back now. And so if you're an influencer too watching this, be encouraged. All of us are going through that, and it's hard. There's no way around it. It's a hard thing to experience, but I found that relying on the Lord, creating in-person friendships, reading scripture, reading encouragement from all of you that I get in my email inbox, in the comments, in my PO box, that has really helped me a lot. So I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for the future of this channel, and I'm excited to get your feedback on some things you want to be seeing. I have seen your comments over the last few months. I miss when she would make regular videos. I miss when she would talk about this. I miss blah, blah, blah. And I've been listening, and I hear you, and I'm ready to make some of those kind of videos. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more of this kind of content, you're kind of out of luck because I've never made a video like this before, but you could probably watch my Q&As if you want just some tea talk chatty kind of vibes with me. I will link those. But in general, I hope that you have a wonderfully blessed and exciting week, my beautiful sisters.